Good morning, investors and traders. In today's segment, we'll be talking about the bounce back for the Dow Jones Index. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, I highly recommend you to do so. Here is briefly risk warnings and disclaimers in front of you. If you have any questions, please feel free to get in touch with your own account managers. Now, not too long ago, this week, we talked about the big sell-off in the equity markets, and we had another video on this last week as well. Now, today, we are seeing a bounce back in the Dow Jones Industrial Average. The question for investors and traders is if this bounce back is going to last, should they get involved into this particular opportunity, or should they wait for a better level for the prices to come to, and then perhaps maybe participate on those levels? And more importantly, what are those important price levels that we should be really considering them as an important price levels? Now, to begin the conversation, you are looking at the daily chart for the US 30, which is also known as your Dow Jones Industrial Average. Now, what we're really looking at in terms of our support zone is this particular area of 34,546 to 34,888. The price recently kind of got very, very close to this particular area, and after the 2 days intense sell-off, not yesterday but the day before yesterday, we saw very high intense sell-off in the market, and which pushed the prices to very close to this area of support just right over here. Oh, sorry, let me just delete that one. So we're talking about this area of support, this right over here, and it brought the prices back in here. But our major area of support is really this one. We are waiting for the prices to come into this one, and obviously this is an area of support for those investors who like to have risk to reward ratio very, very tightly in check. And this is an area which is, for those investors who could potentially absorb a slightly bigger risk. But nonetheless, if you are not into this trade, doesn't matter, because the opportunity is still there. How you can get involved into this particular opportunity is something that we're going to we'll be discussing shortly. But before we do that, are the prices oversold? And if this is an opportunity, the answer to this particular question comes from the following observations. Number one is that we have our 50-day simple moving average right over here. Followed by that, we have our 100, and finally we have our 200-day simple moving average in this green color. What is a moving average? It is an average price for an asset over a period of time. Now, what does that mean? This means this is the average price for the Dow Jones Industrial Average for the last 50 days. Same goes for this one. This is the average price for the Dow Jones for the last 100 days, and this is for 200 days. Now, when the price begins to fall below these important moving averages like it did over here, this shows us that bulls are no longer in control of the price, and we are likely to see a downtrend. And that's what we saw over here. The price came close to its 200, and then it broke below the 200 as well, and we saw this decent sell-off ever since the price crossed this particular one, is the 50-day simple moving average. And of course the reverse is also true, but that is on the opposite side, and that is when the price crosses above the 200-day simple moving average. This means bears are no longer in control of the price, and from here onwards the prices are likely to rise, and that is what we are focusing on. So if you haven't been if you are not involved into the current price action, you could certainly still get involved into the price action, and you can place your stop loss just below the lows of this particular candle, buy where the price is as of now, and a target should be at least at least this area over here. Now, what is that area? Let me highlight that area of resistance, which in our opinion should be the first area of take profit of that 35,000. So what you are risking over here in terms of your risk to reward is this much area, and in terms of a reward you are looking for this one. So really that 2 to 1 risk to reward ratio is certainly there. And then this is only take profit area number one. We are not saying that I mean, I'm not. I wouldn't really take the full position off over here, because if the price and when the price will reach here, it is more likely to move above from that area, and that means the next area of resistance should be targeted as your take profit area number two. Now, what is your area number two under those circumstances? Let's define them on the chart a little bit more clear. So this is going to be our area number one, and then our area number two is going to be near its all-time high, and that is going to be right at the towards the top of this particular chart. Now, of course, because this is a resistance area, and to keep things incoherent with our other previous analysis, we're going to change the color of resistance lines to red, so that we know that which is our resistance or take profit and which is our support. So this is our support area number one, area number two, both of them are resistances, and that is the area, those are the areas we are referring to. Now, another important factor why we could really see a rally from the current price levels comes from the RSI, because it has dropped recently to that level of 30. Why 30 is important? 30 is an area which is considered as an oversold area. So over here, the prices, when they dropped below 200, the simple moving average, they were considered as an oversold, and they usually tend to follow with a rally in the market. And when the prices, when the RSI reaches 70 or near 70, that means the prices are overbought at that time, just like how the RSI was over here. The price formed a top, and after that we saw a bottom forming, which in terms of RSI we did see the prices falling as well, and the RSI confirmed that the top was formed and the price kind of started to fall. So again, over here we did see the RSI reaching that extreme level of 70, which triggered a sell-off, which pushed the prices towards this particular area of oversold, and now we are likely to move towards that 70 area again, and that means the current opportunity could be a great area to buy. That's all for now. Remember to subscribe and smash that like button. We'll see you guys next time.